Hey y'all, it's me, Dr. Dogg, and I decided to make this video because today, we're diving into a critical and often misunderstood topic, chronic traumatic encephalopathy, or CTE, and its linked to head injuries in contact sports. We'll also explore a fascinating genetic connection that could shed light on why some people are more vulnerable to CTE and neurodegenerative diseases. If you've ever played contact sports, followed them closely, or worried about long-term brain health, this is a must-watch, but please remember this is just my interpretation of the new studies and not medical advice. Let's get into it. CTE is a progressive brain disease associated with repeated head trauma. It's been heavily studied in athletes who play high-impact sports like American football, hockey, and boxing. This condition can lead to depression, impulsivity, mood swings, memory loss, and even symptoms that mimic Parkinson's or ALS. Scary stuff, right? But not every athlete exposed to repeated head impacts ends up with CTE, and that's what we're trying to understand better. A recent NIH study on young athletes found that even playing football for a few years, just up until 9th grade, can result in CTE findings on autopsy. In fact, 2 out of 7 participants in that category had CTE. For NFL players, it's even worse. Almost every NFL player examined in the study had evidence of CTE. But here's the kicker. Symptoms of CTE overlap with conditions like depression, anxiety, and even substance abuse. This makes it hard to differentiate if someone's symptoms are due to CTE or unrelated mental health struggles. The result, a lot of fear, confusion, and assumptions, some of which could lead to unnecessary anxiety. One big takeaway is that the younger you are when head trauma starts, the higher your risk of CTE. Why? It seems that younger brains are more susceptible to damage. Think about it, your brain is still developing during childhood and adolescence. Repeated trauma during this critical period can set the stage for worse outcomes later on. Interestingly, the study also showed that even rattling the brain, like from a hard body slam or high-speed collisions, can contribute to CTE, even if there's no direct head hit. That's why players in sports like ice hockey, which involves a lot of high-speed impacts, also show a high prevalence of CTE. Now, let's talk genetics, specifically the APOE4 gene. A fascinating study found that individuals with this gene, which is also associated with Alzheimer's disease, may be at higher risk for CTE. If you inherit 1 copy of the APOE4 gene, your risk goes up. If you inherit 2 copies, the risk is even higher. Here's what's wild. APOE4 isn't all bad. People with this gene tend to have better cognitive function when they're younger, but the trade-off is an increased vulnerability to neurodegeneration as they age. And this brings us to an exciting new discovery published in Nature. The Nature study, which analyzed large population datasets, found something truly unexpected. Despite its association with Alzheimer's and CTE, APOE4 might offer mortality benefits, especially in earlier life stages. Researchers discovered that individuals carrying the APOE4 gene had an increased ability to recover from certain types of infections and even traumatic injuries in youth. This survival advantage could help explain why APOE4 has persisted in the human genome despite its well-known risks. The study highlights an important concept in genetics: trade-offs. APOE4 might protect us when we're young but make us more vulnerable as we age. For athletes with this gene, the risks of contact sports could be amplified. But does this mean carriers of APOE4 should avoid sports altogether? Not necessarily, but it does mean we need to think about how to better protect at-risk individuals. So, what can we do about CTE? Right now, diagnosing CTE in living individuals is tricky. It's largely confirmed through brain autopsy. But there's promising research showing that advanced MRI techniques could detect CTE earlier. As for treatment, we're not there yet, but stem cell therapy is emerging as a potential game changer. Studies in mice have shown that mesenchymal stem cells can promote brain repair and reduce inflammation. This research is still in its early stages, but it's incredibly exciting. Another area of research focuses on lifestyle factors. There's evidence that anti-inflammatory diets, regular exercise, and cognitive stimulation might slow the progression of neurodegeneration. It's not a cure, but it's something we can control right now. Here's the bottom line. Contact sports are risky, especially for kids. The younger you start, the more likely it is that repeated trauma could lead to long-term brain damage. However, not everyone exposed to head trauma will develop CTE, and genetics like APOE4 could play a significant role. If you or your loved ones are involved in contact sports, it's crucial to focus on prevention, like proper technique and equipment, and to take head injuries seriously. Early detection and treatment of symptoms like depression or impulsivity can make a big difference. If you're a parent, consider the long-term implications of introducing your child to contact sports. And for athletes, remember that your brain is your most valuable asset. Protect it, whether it's through education, safer sports protocols, or advocating for better helmet technology. Every step matters. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more deep dives into medical topics. And let me know in the comments, what do you think about the future of contact sports in light of this research? Should kids wait until adulthood to play? I'd love to hear your thoughts. See you in the next one.